Real rap, man. I want to give a serious shout out to Micheal Beasley for just being a stand-up, all-around genuine dude, man. Like, for real. He spoke about some real topics in his life. You know, he really opened up his heart about some things, man. He expressed himself and he dropped gems all the way throughout this interview. Here in this clip, he speaks about how his mother kept him away from his father, and you know the typical mess with how moms and shit like that keep their children away from their fathers and have them confused and lost as to why and what actually happened. You know how that goes. Let's go ahead and take a look at this clip, man, and I want to hear your thoughts and your comments and all those things afterwards.
My dad didn't want my mom anymore, and he told me this when I was 25. When my dad didn't want my mom anymore, then she made it hard to see us. So that's what happened to that relationship. I remember being mad at my dad.
Because you didn't know the full story, huh?
And then like when I was 25, he told me the whole story. And this is why I just want people to tell the truth. Because my dad told me the whole story, dog. And I'm talking about I didn't have to say a word because like we used to grow up, no food, syrup sandwiches. We used to grow up with powdered milk. We used to grow up, you understand? Mm-hmm. Christmases. Damn, how the f did she do that? Right? But when I was 25, my dad told me how she did it. I used to come around with 4,000, and just because I didn't want to be with her, she'd take 3,500, 3,800, and just send me on the way with 200 and won't let me see y'all. He told me the real side. And like I said, I don't blame my mom because she was doing what she was doing that she thought, right? But that just took years away from my dad. And when he told me the real story at 25, I got mad at my mom.
But did you ask her, when you talk to your mom, say, Mom, this is what Dad told me. Is that what happened when I didn't see him as a child? What did she say to you, Mike?
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
What woman in your life is able to take accountability?
You got a point, Mike.
They all wear makeup, right?
You got a point, Mike.
Huh?
You got a good point, Mike. Accountability is hard sometimes for women.
Yeah, so that led to me and my mom not talking for 3 years.
Oh, my goodness.
And then I found out she had cancer, and then she died a year later. And then the whole world laughed at me for that, so I don't want to talk about that.
A lot of you women don't even realize, most of the time, man, y'all create the men that y'all cannot stand. This jaded cornball nonsense, not letting a man see his children for whatever the fuck reasons, man. You're hurting the child more than anything, all because of your hurt. It's disgusting. Get out of your weird ass feelings and do right by those children. They need their fucking fathers. Drop your thoughts in the comments.